Jesus, keep me from all wrong. I'll be satisfied just as long as I walk, dear Lord, close to Thee. Just a closer walk with Thee. Granted, Jesus, is my plea. Daily walking close to Thee, let it be, dear Lord, let it be. Good evening, church. It is so great to see y'all. The Lord be with you and also with you. We gather here in your presence, God, in our need and bringing with us the needs of the world. We come to you for you come to us in Jesus, and you know by experience what human life is like. We come with our faith and with our doubts. We come with our hopes and with our fears. We come as we are because you invite us to come, and you have promised never to turn us away. So let's continue on with just a closer walk with Thee. I'll put the lyrics in the chat there. Just a closer walk with Thee. Granted, Jesus, is my plea. Daily walking close to Thee, let it be, dear Lord, let it be. Through this world of toils and snares, if I falter, Lord, who cares? Who with me my burden shares? None but Thee, dear Lord, none but Thee. Just a closer walk with Thee. Granted, Jesus, is my plea. Daily walking close to Thee, let it be, dear Lord, let it be. Now we turn it over to Lauren.
Hi everyone, good evening. Nice to see you all. Happy Monday. The reflection for this evening is from the Gospel according to Mark, chapter 5, verses 21 through 34. Jesus heals in response to faith. When Jesus went back across to the other side of the lake, a large crowd gathered around him on the shore. A leader of the local synagogue, whose name was Jairus, came and fell down before him, pleading with him to heal his little daughter. "She's about to die," he said in desperation. "Please come and place your hands on her, heal her so she can live." Jesus went with him, and the crowd thronged behind. And there was a woman in the crowd who had had a hemorrhage for 12 years. She had suffered a great deal from many doctors through the years and had spent everything she had to pay for them, but she had gotten no better. In fact, she was worse. She heard about Jesus, so she came up behind him through the crowd and touched the fringe of his robe. For she thought to herself, if I could just touch his clothing, I will be healed. Immediately, the bleeding stopped, and she could feel that she had been healed. Jesus realized at once that healing power had gone out from him, so he turned around in the crowd and asked, "Who touched my clothes?" His disciples said to him, "All this crowd is pressing around you. How can you ask who touched me?" But he kept on looking around to see who had done it. Then the frightened woman, trembling at the realization of what had happened to her, came and fell at his feet and told him what she had done. And he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace. You have been healed." Well, my friends, this is a very interesting passage to receive for me. I've done a lot of reflections over the past year and a half, and I've usually been able to come up with something to say, but this is a stumper for me. And I'm going to tell you, there's a multitude of reasons why this one is a stumper for me, but I don't like it very much, if I'm being perfectly honest, because I think, and this is just me, just my opinion, the line in my Bible that's highlighted is, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace. You have been healed." And I love that sentiment, but I don't know if it's true. I have a hard time with Jesus or God being the healer of bodily problems. I think that it's beautiful to go to God in prayer when you are not well, but expecting to be fully healed is difficult for me, because I have seen in my own life people who I love who have great faith, and prayed to be healed and were not healed. In fact, died. So I have a problem sometimes with the healing, the healing and the miracle part of Jesus, I guess, if I'm being completely honest. And that's what I think that these reflections are for. They're for bringing not just your faith, but your doubts as well to this place, because I know that you all will hold my doubts, and, I feel comfortable sharing them with you. But it's hard for me. It really, truly is hard for me to think about people who pray and pray and pray for a miracle and don't get one. They are not healed. But there are a few things that I want to pull out of this passage that I think brought me a little bit more comfort when I read it. And one is this gift, what we call in sobriety or AA, the gift of desperation that I hear in this passage, right? This man is so desperate, and this woman is they're so desperate that they have come to a place of just fully giving themselves to Jesus and saying, I just place my hope in whatever this man might be. I don't know what it is, but we are just so desperate. I will do anything. I will do anything. And I've heard that story told, and miracles have happened because of it. Not when it comes sometimes to medical problems, but when it comes to sobriety or problems that you might have inside your own head, things you're struggling with, right? You bring it to God, and God can heal you of those things. And I've seen that happen. I've seen miracles happen when people get sober. I've seen miracles in my own life happen because I got sober. And I brought that gift of desperation to God, right? Or to something that was bigger than myself. And I said, please just help me, right? And I got help, believe it or not, but it wasn't in the form of instant healing. It took time. It takes time. So that was one thing I thought of, was this passage resonated with me because of this gift of desperation that I think this woman received, right? And the second thing is, I was at a AA meeting the other day, And a woman who had 30 years sobriety spoke, which in and of itself is amazing, 30 years. But she said, when I got sober, I felt like there was a cosmic alignment in my life. And I was like, whoa, I really liked the way she put that. There were so many things, so many little things that happened right around the time she got sober that made it sort of like this cosmic alignment for her, right? And I feel like that's what's happening in this passage too. Like it's a cosmic alignment that this woman was near Jesus, right? That they had the gift of desperation, that they were in the presence of something that made them feel like she can be healed by this man, right? So if I'm being completely honest, I don't know if I necessarily believe that Jesus works miracles in our lives. Maybe I need to work on that a little bit. Maybe I need to reflect on that a little bit. But I think I think healing and love come from very unexpected places. And I think that sometimes our definition of healing, what happens to us, might not be what we think it's going to be, right? We might have to sit there and reflect a little bit. Oh, this isn't the healing that I thought was going to take place. But this is an interesting form of healing nonetheless, right? So with that being said, I'm still going to take my problems to prayer, to God in prayer. I don't feel like I want to stop that, but I just ask for healing in unexpected ways. So that is my reflection tonight. It's a complicated one for me, but I appreciate, Joe, I appreciate you giving me this passage because I think it's very, very similar to yours last week. And you struggled sort of with that same sentiment. So I appreciated hearing you. And I did not ask you for a new one, which crossed my mind. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Lauren. I mean, it says in our liturgy, we come with our doubts, and we also come with our faith. And I just really appreciate you being honest and candid with all of your thoughts and feelings. And there are miracles, there are cosmic alignments, as you say. Anyway, thank you. Friends, let's continue on with our prayers of intercession. Loving God, behold in your healing presence those who suffer pain and ill health with their families, friends, and those who care for them. May they know the deep peace of Christ. Loving God, behold in your healing presence those who suffer in mind and spirit, and all who care for them. May they know the deep peace of Christ. Loving God, behold in your healing presence the suffering people of our world, the places where people are experiencing division, injustice, and violence. May they know the deep peace of Christ. Loving God, behold in your healing presence those struggling to overcome addiction or abuse, those supporting and working with them, and all whose suffering has distanced them from those who they love. May they know the deep peace of Christ. Loving God, behold in your healing presence those facing bereavement. May they know the deep peace of Christ. Loving God, behold in your healing presence in peace those whose needs are not known to us and those whose names we do not know, but are known to you. May they know the deep peace of Christ. Together we say, Amen. And now we open it up for our shared prayer requests. Holly.
Yeah, I'll offer up my usual prayers for Arlene, Russell, and Josephine, all those in abusive relationships, churches in transition, and everybody dealing with the wildfires.
Thanks, Holly. Sheila.
Hi, everybody. Praise for Mom at the Manor and all the workers and residents, that they all find peace and joy and help them to respect the residents and stand by them and give them what they need. I also pray for recovering gambling addictions and for all the animals, big and small. We love them. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheila. Yes, even the bear that I saw yesterday. Give prayers for that bear too. Katie.
Prayers for my family. My dad's big bike ride that he coordinates. The last one he's coordinating is this coming Sunday. And prayers for my brother as he moves to Sweden. And prayers for my mom as my brother moves to Sweden. And then just prayers for all of the wrap up stuff from summer meals. All those last pieces of paperwork and last putting things away and all that kind of stuff.
Thanks, Katie. Prayers to all the Cole family. And I've been praying all summer for veterans as I've been working with them, and definitely lifting them up tonight and this weekend, especially with the Afghanistan news. And of course, lifting up those in Afghanistan who are not part of our military, but have been so horrifically affected by the war in the past, even beyond the past 20 years, just all the stuff going on there. Just lots of prayers. It's Lauren.
Yeah, I'd just like to lift up the country of Haiti. I don't normally lift up entire countries, but we have so many Haitian workers at Standish Village, and they're really hurting right now. To go through having your president assassinated and then another major earthquake, which has affected some of their family members. It's just really tough. It's really tough to see such a small country going through so much turmoil and pain and sorrow. So prayers for Haiti.
Amen. Prayers for Haiti. Are there any others? Okay.
Prayers for Jackie Breen's family and passing of Hoagie and the service that'll be on Wednesday.
Thanks, Katie. All right, let's join together in prayer. Loving God, give thanks for this day and the close of another beautiful day in your creation. You're so blessed to live in, oh God. And God, some days you give us some stumpers, some real stumpers, and we don't always know what to do with it. God, there's so much pain in the world, so much pain in our worlds. Just the pain we know about sometimes can be a lot to bear, oh God, not to mention all the pain that we don't know about. God, all we can do is ask you to be with us and be with the world and all of its heartbreak and suffering, to offer your presence with all of us, to offer your hope and your strength and your love, oh God. God of compassion and love, we offer you our suffering and pain. Give us strength to bear our weakness, healing even when there is no cure, peace in the midst of turmoil, and love to fill spaces in our lives. Amen. And let us continue praying as Jesus taught us to pray, saying, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, and thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory forever. Amen. Lead me, guide me along the way. For if you lead me, I cannot stray. Lord, let me walk each day with thee. Lead me, O Lord. Lead me, O Lord. Lead me, O Lord. Lead me. Friends, may the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. Lord, turn his face toward you and give you peace. Amen. May the peace of Christ be with you.
Also with you.
Also with you, Joe. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Lauren. Thanks, everybody.